All right, this is M-Trax Repair and Off-Road, and today we're replacing the radiator on a 1929 Ford Model A. Stay tuned. And my brother will be giving you fun facts about it. Go ahead.
Yeah, so some fun facts about the Model T and the Model A. Henry Ford, as you know, designed most of these vehicles, at least had input. He never actually liked any amenities be put in these cars. He thought that they should be kept as simple as possible. But another thing that Henry Ford wanted was for every part of this vehicle to be able to be replaced or serviced by hand tools. So today, we're just going to be using hand tools because it shouldn't take us too long.
So first things first, we're going to be taking the hood off, which you said just held in by 2 flat tip screws?
2 flat tip screws. We're going to need to open this side and do this, and then do the other side, and then we pull it backwards.
Here we have the other side of the engine, for anybody wondering. Champion spark plugs on it too. Nice. All right, and now we will be removing the hood without breaking anything, hopefully. So you said we have to pick up and pull towards the windshield?
Yeah, we should be able to pick up the back side and pull towards the windshield. Just get out of that car.
Okay.
Yep.
Sorry for the bad recording, but... And there we go. Now I can throw an 302 in here, sweet. I can get a better look at the entire engine bay. Very, very simple. Not much to go wrong.
Have an electric starter, you can see right there. But, as I said, Henry Ford wanted all these to be worked on by hand tools. So if you couldn't start it, you could just shove it into there, and you're going to crank the engine over yourself. A lot of broken arms that way.
Worth it.
Probably going to need to take these off.
Recording.
Okay, so this is the radiator. This is the top of the radiator. We're going to need to take these off. We're going to need to take this pipe off. There's a pipe right here. That's the turn. You're going to need to take that off. And this is actually a shroud that will come off as well. So,
how's it looking there? Ooh, that's
dirty.
crusty. Y'all, looks mint in there. Very, very nice. Very nice. And here, as you guys could probably guess, is the interior. It's actually really small in here. Wow. Pretty tight.
Hey, this had like several new amenities when it came out. So it has something called a roof that actually stops the rain from going onto your head, and a windshield that stops the wind from going into your eyes.
Safer windshield too.
Yeah, and the seats are cushioned. Very, very high-end stuff.
Gauges.
12 bolts.
12 bolts. So we have 12 bolts to take out of here. So, and for any of you wondering, there's the new radiator.
The 12 bolts also just include the bolts that we have to take out to loosen up the hoses.
Okay. I'll bet none of you expected a Model A on the channel. M-Trax Repair and Off-Roading. No one ever expects the 1929 Model T, boy. So, those are half-inch. So we're trying to get a half-inch wrench. Right now it's not in this Taurus. So, yeah, but again, I mean, look at this thing. It's just so simple and nice. It's red. It's got a hitch on the back. It's got a hitch on the back for towing semi-trailers, probably. Do I know how to drive one of these? Nope. I will eventually, though. I want to learn how to drive one of these so bad. Also, I forgot my tripod, so sorry, y'all. It's gonna be just me holding it the whole time. Recording. All right, we just found 13 millimeter, close enough size. Working, so can't complain, can we?
Are you still recording?
I am now. We got a perfectly mint seal right here. It's practically brand new, baby. Ignore all the stuff that's flying off my hands. That's actually just my skin, not the frickin' seal falling apart. We are currently taking off both of the hoses. So, if you guys want to see the boring parts of these videos, let me know.
Did you hear about the Energizer Bunny?
I did not.
He's in prison.
For what?
He was charged with battery.
Alright, y'all, thanks for watching. Y'all, look at this.
There's a radiator drain right here.
It's pretty cool. Pretty helpful, too. Especially because it funnels out.
Funnels out and goes straight into the bucket we have down.
Yeah. Yep. For any of you wondering, the crank start comes through here into this pulley. So, in case any of you wondering that. Currently under the Model A. That's what it looks like. For any of you wondering. I'm trying to get the best shots I can, I swear. Look at this. We got little shock absorbers right here. Steering. Leaf spring going through the middle. And the battery's right there. The battery is probably the only annoying thing to change out, to be honest. Crankcase, fluid on my phone. Dripping oil, like you do. And brakes, need those. Who needs Phillips when you have smaller flat tips? As it was meant to be, obviously. We are struggling to get to that. Where?
Yeah, you're on it.
Right there. Struggling to get to that one. We are still struggling with these bolts. I will get back to you when we get them off. So, yeah. Alright. We got these out, so we can pull this piece off.
That included this bolt, these two bolts, this bolt. That comes right off.
Yep. And a piece of wood and a random screw. We did not take this one off. And a rusty nut. Okay, sweet. Can we get to that bolt now, or?
Now this.
Not with that, okay. Still trying to get to that one. We're probably gonna have to do the same to the other side, aren't we?
Yep.
Okie dokie. Guess I'll start on that side. Okay, so we figured out how to get this housing off. There's a bolt that goes here, 2 nuts on it, and there's a ground that goes to it, just so you know. Is it zoomed in? It's not zoomed in. So those are pretty difficult to get out because of, what is that, just cloth to not scratch up the hood?
Yeah, it's like a cloth seal.
Yeah, cloth seal. So it's on both sides, up here, and then some down here too. So that's how you get them off. They're 11 millimeter, at least ours are. Everything, Dad?
Yeah. Good call saying ours are, because of the amount of people that worked on this. They probably have just thrown, whatever wood screws they found into it.
Yeah, probably.
And then we pick it up, go out. That gives us access to these bolts down here.
Yep, there's barely enough room, but we can still get in there, so. So you don't actually need to take this piece out, but it definitely helps.
This is 15 millimeter if you're using Kame ones.
15 millimeter is 5/8.
14 millimeter.
Oh, 14. 14s is 9/16. Close enough. I'll bet you that bolt underneath how much slipping. Probably. I'll go look. And the viewers tell you with me.
You want to take the rack down? Do the rack down there? do you see?
All right, start turning that bolt. Come on, phone, lock in. Oh, wait. Phone, stop focusing on the frame. There you go. Yeah, it's moving. Not the bolt, but the nut's not moving. We're good.
There you go.
All right. Hey, what are you doing? Get out of here.
All right, so we had to loosen up both of these, hopefully so that way this can slide down while we get that off. We're gonna try and push the radiator forward and pull that back and see what we can't get done with it. Hey!
Okay, now we got that one.
And now we have that one.
Ah, that's my shirt. As of right now, we are trying to get this wiring harness off. I know it looks like rope, but it is a wiring harness.
This is specifically for the horn
And headlights. This side is resisting.
I mean, it's...
There is a spider on my eye. What the heck?
I mean, Major, what color is the,
Brother. Wonder if anyone's gonna catch that.
No, don't post that.
Oh, I'm posting that. That's going. Alright guys, we are taking off these so we don't bend them. Using a very croissant wrench. I bet people from the 1920s are jealous about our tools. No, it should just pop up. Key word right there, am I right?
Should's a funny word.
Exactly. Easy.
Why'd you say anything?
Okay, so we're gonna have to take off the, what would you call this? Headlight holder, I guess?
Headlight mount?
Headlight mount. So it's held in by 4 bolts.
16 millimeter?
They are 18 millimeter nuts. So we're gonna get these off. Get that off so we can get that off and put the new radiator in without damaging the fins.
Otherwise, we have to move it back further and it hits the fan.
Yeah, so
The engine fan.
it's not much room. Don't know if you guys can see it at all because I'm sitting down, but not much room to work with. But thankfully, to get much room to work with, you only have to remove like what, 4 bolts every time?
Yeah. Everything's 4 bolts.
Everything. Dang it, the tire of 5 lugs. Oh, hey, that's about the same thickness as the mower suspension. That's funny. Alright, y'all, let's remove. Sorry we didn't catch that on camera, but I kind of needed both hands.
Oh, we need 4 hands.
4 hands. We needed 4 hands.
I was picking it up like this,
And I was moving stuff.
and he was moving these wires out of the way. You can see that he couldn't get his bolt out, but we were able to just like throw this forward, move this all the way up. So, new one should go in pretty easily.
Why would you say that? Good. In case you wonder what the front of a sad Model T looks like. Looks like looks like he's drunk. Looks like one of the cars enters sneak mode in the cartoons. Exactly. Alright, look, you can get a better look at the yeah, that little teeth to use. That's nice.
Now, see, what they don't want to tell you is that once you take this off, all you got to do is put both radiators. You want to hold one on the side, spin this up, and away you go.
There you go. There you go.
Okay. Let's get the new one in.
Yeah, sure, without damaging anything. That's the plan. There was an attempt. Yeah, see what I mean? This one's just stuck.
I think it might be bent. All right, we got one bolt in on the other side to hold it where we need it. I'm gonna be putting this. Can you hold that with the other hand?
The radiator.
I see what's moving.
You know, think about it. It would have been easier to take that part off.
Thank you, Captain Hindsight. There we go.
There we go. Sweet.
All right, and now, since we didn't put this bolt in.
Nope, not at all.
Yeah, we didn't forget.
Didn't forget at all. We have good memories.
We can now push it into this. You ready?
Yep. Okay, we're good. And now we gotta get this little rubber piece here.
And now we drive it that.
Line that, and then put the bolt through. Maybe. We'll try. Thank goodness there's no abyss in these engine bays. Here, I'll line it up. Okay, leave it there.
I was expecting to find 100 years worth of 10 millimeters.
For real. There we go. Like a glove.
All right.
This is about to be the most tilty head video anybody's gonna watch.
Trying to push it on a little bit more so that way it's even, because this black is like that, and the silver is like that.
He's goofy.
Yeah. It does not want to slide forward.
Oh, dang it.
What? Oh, we did.
Dang it.
That's what we were trying to avoid.
We were trying so hard to avoid that. Well, these things look like they bend in the wind, so.
We might need to pick this back up, push it forward, so that way I can push this forward.
How's that? What's your turn? What do I need to pick up?
This, the radiator itself. Alright. Can I take this bolt out again?
What side do you need me on?
We're just gonna pull this forward. Now push it back in, but hopefully the silver goes in more this time. Push the radiator in. Okay, hold on, pull it out.
Okay guys, so we got the hoses back on, mostly. So now we're going to be starting to put it back together. Hopefully that goes a little tiny bit better. No commentary right now, sorry. Okay. Should we put this back on, Lance?
Hmm?
Should we put this back
Yeah.
on? All right, let's put those back on. We'll do it one piece at a time, so it doesn't cost us a dime. And I'm gonna skip this part. So we ran into some big issues. Have to cut these off, and we have to cut off this side because they block this from going on properly. So that's no fun.
Gotta go down and then over where the weld is.
Okay, so it turns out the radiator is the wrong radiator. Just different. Just different. So, well, anyway, thanks for watching. There will probably be a part 2 of this. Probably.